And I'm back. Red Beast. What's up? Hope everybody having a good day. I woke up looking at a video. I already put it on my Instagram, letting motherfuckers know what I was gonna be talking about today. I saw two women on my page talking about how they tired of men not having all three: house, own car, own job. And I was like, coming from someone that has that, I just want to let you know that the feeling is mutual, ladies. The feeling is absolutely mutual. We're tired of meeting up with the same motherfucking shit also. We're tired of being dealt the same motherfucking hand. Now, as far as it being unfair for you, it's also unfair for us, but we're supposed to deal with it because you're the woman, right? So, when we do meet a woman that we like and she doesn't have one of those three things, we don't judge her or make it to where she's uncomfortable around us because we're on our shit more. We just try to guide them more in the right direction. And I don't think women understand that. Is women out there that do that? Like, it's women that will actually put work into a man to make sure that he's financially stable or make sure that he has the right mind state to complete his task. But if you're around the age as me, like late 20s, and you've been to college and you've done most of the things that you've had to do to be established, you're not going to appreciate someone that's not on that same level. But just because men don't say nothing, just like women voice their opinions, when men say something like that, we think of it as weakness, or people think of it as, he's just crying. He could talk to a girl that ain't got no car. Ain't nothing wrong with picking a girl up. There's a lot wrong with that if you 30 years old and you don't have your own whip. Just like y'all look at us like we're supposed to have our own car, we're supposed to have a good stable job, and we're supposed to have our own place. We look at you the same way. If you 30-year-old still stand with your fucking mama, that's unacceptable. I don't know what type of triumphs and tribulations you went to, but I hope you prayed about it and you should have been out of there by now. Because it's nothing. In 30 years, your parents are supposed to be then guided you and provided for you. If not in your early 20s, you're supposed to been and found out how to provide and guide yourself. So when you look at dudes and be like, oh, you ain't on their shit, or they got a girl at home and I can't go to their house, that might be the case. It might be that he's got a woman and he's trying to step out on her, so he can't bring you to his crib. He got to come to yours. But that's not saying that he's not on his shit. And I'm not saying that every dude is on his shit. I know a lot of motherfuckers that still stay with their parents. A lot of them. And I don't judge. I don't know what they went through to say that, but would you rather him stay with his parents or be homeless? I just want to, I mean, it sounds rough, but it's really serious. Either they stay with somebody, got a roommate, they got to put their bills together, or they homeless. And that's just us in the South. It's motherfucker, homelessness is more common on the coastal areas because the price of living is so fucking high. What, a one bedroom down here you might catch for $500-600, and that's a nice little space for $500-600. But I went to fucking California and looked up the realty and the apartments.com and stuff. I ain't see nothing cheaper than $2,000. 1 month, $2,000, and the apartment was small as shit. I'm talking about shit. My living room furniture probably couldn't fit inside the apartment. And that's just how it is out there. So it's like when I'm here in Louisiana paying 8 or 9 for a 2 bedroom, and I'm financially saving to have a future for this or have a future for that, but then it's people in California and the minimum rent there is $2,000, and some people only make $15,000 or $25,000 a month. That's 90% of your check going straight towards having a roof over your head. That's not your phone bill or the electric bill, the water bill. That's not anything, groceries. That's just house, home. shelter. So when I went to California, it was way more people homeless than down here. You would think that being around Louisiana and Texas and Alabama and going to New Orleans and seeing people underneath the bridge and people with sleeping bags and tents underneath the bridge, it's motherfuckers out there in California that just get it how they live. That all they need is the concrete. You understand me? As long as they got a concrete, they happy. There's, so I never. People ask me all the time, "How are you?" I say I'm good as long as I'm alive, and that's what some people don't think about when they trying to find that significant other. Don't judge no one over what they have now, because you don't know what they done been through. And just because you see or think he doesn't have something, nigga could be lying to you for a greater thing on his own. He could have a whole goddamn family playing mortgage and not just telling you because he wants you to be a side chick. Or she could be telling you the same thing. Hey, I can just come over your crib. I stay with my mama, but she stay with a whole nigga that don't treat her good, and she need to get away from that nigga. He probably go on trucks and shit. So you wondering how she could spend the night at your crib? Oh, she can't have no nigga. She done spent the night over my house for 2 nights, not knowing that her nigga is out on the road. So it's just different variables that people don't think about when they make comments like that. And it's not my fault. It's not their fault. I mean, whatever situation that God put you in, he put you in it. You got to deal with it. Some people don't have help in their life or have guidance in their life to get past the time that they have alone in this world. And it's crazy to say, but it's just people out there that don't feel like they need other people to be on. And another thing, I find and I see a lot of my friends that had women in high school and they still have that woman today, 15, 10 years later. Those are the most flourishable and the most healthy relationships that I feel. If you met your significant other in high school or college, y'all started at the same peak of life. Y'all started from the bottom. So it was easy to, I'ma push her, she gonna push me, we gonna make it together. It's not oh, I started on my shit and he ain't have shit, or oh, I started on my shit and she ain't have nothing, I had to take care of her. No. Y'all started at the same playing field. Y'all had a respect for each other and y'all built each other up from there. Those are the successful relationships I see, because most of my friends from high school, they still with the same girl that they was with in high school. And I commend that. For you to stay with this one woman and be faithful to this one woman through thick and thin, and y'all still together. I know a lot of relationships, a lot of people like that. I can name 5 right off the top of my head, and they graduated the year before mine. You see what I'm saying? Or they had a kid and they stayed with them and they still together. See, it's not the same when you meeting somebody after college and either you different, they probably was slower to the punch than you, or you probably didn't match up to their expectations first. You ain't have enough right off the bat, so they ain't respect you. You couldn't do something for them that they needed you to do, so you ain't respect them. And it's vice versa. Dudes, men and women think the same way when it comes to stability. I mean, dudes are a little bit more lax with it, but women, y'all are hard nosed. Hey, I need this, I need that. Show me the money. And that's how you're supposed to be. Because not only did you bring yourself up, you can't have nobody bringing you down. You can never let no one else bring you down. That's ass backwards. So no one will ever hold you if you know exactly what they're capable of or what they have. So that's when you go do your little Inspector Gadget shit and find out what's really going on. But just do your research, man. Do your research. Maybe before you open your legs or before niggas slip on the condom, you might want to check these motherfuckers' credit these days, or see how true they truth is. Cause once you start fucking, it causes a whole bunch of stuff to begin that you might not be ready for. And you judging that motherfucker now. Let that motherfucker slip and put a baby in you. You can't judge him no more. You done had sex with this man, or you done had sex with this woman. So if you judge them now, that judges your character too. That says a lot about you, being that is, if you call this motherfucker a low down motherfucker and a deadbeat, you fucked them. You fucked them. So that's what I want to talk about. I just found it funny that women are always the one to voice their opinion about something like that, because men don't. Because if we do, it's somewhat crying or bitching, or saying that you can't be a provider for a woman. I'm not your motherfucking daddy. I don't have to provide shit for you. We should come into a relationship, into a joint place, equal, as equals. If I want to take care of somebody, shit, I have some more kids. So just think about that. Don't keep it real. Rare the Beast. Beast Talk 8.